Now, in today's lecture, we will discuss about up milling and down milling. As we know that the milling machine can be categorized in two ways, that is horizontal milling machine and vertical milling machines. And in horizontal milling machine, plain milling cutter is mounted on the arbor and remove the metal. And that method of removing the metal can be categorized into two parts, that is called up milling and down milling. There are two different methods. So what is up and down milling? In up milling, what happened? This up milling is known as conventional milling, in which what happened? The cutter rotates against the direction in which the workpiece is being fed. Okay, so just a minute. Okay, see over here. Suppose this is your arbor of horizontal milling machines, and here this is your cutter. Okay, this is arbor and this is your cutter. So this will rotate in this manner. Okay, I will just going to draw this cutter in actual manner. In suppose this is your cutter that is mounted on this arbor. Okay, forget it. Okay, and cutter having teeth on its periphery. Okay, so here teeth are there on its periphery. Okay, so it will be rotated. Now here your workpiece is there. This is your workpiece, and workpiece can be fixed or mounted on the table. Okay, and table will be moved in this direction. Okay, so what happened here? Your workpiece will be rotated in this directions, and your tool will be moved in this direction, and your workpiece will move in this directions. That's why here what just says that the cutter rotates against the direction in which the work is being fed. Means the directions of both the cutter and workpiece are in opposite directions. Okay, so cutter will move in these directions and your workpiece will move in these directions. So this type of milling is known as up milling, and it is known as conventional milling also. Now in down milling, what happened? Just a minute. In down milling, it is also known as climb milling, and the cutter rotates in the same directions in which the work is being fed. As in this image or this whatever I have drawn within a 2 minute, that in which up milling, what happens? The directions of wheel, cutting wheel, or cutting or cutter, and the direction of workpiece is opposite. And in down milling, what happens? The directions of cutter and workpiece are the same, in the same directions. Okay, so in down milling, also known as climb milling, and the cutter rotates in the same direction which the work is being fed. So in the directions of feeding the workpiece is the same direction of the cutter. So both the workpiece and cutter will move in the same directions. Okay, so cutter will rotate in these directions, as well as your workpiece will move in this direction. So in down milling, keep in your mind the directions of the cutter and the workpiece are same. While in up milling, what happen? The directions of cutter and workpiece both are in opposite directions. So this is known as up milling and down milling. Up milling is also known as conventional milling, and down milling is also known as climb milling. Here, see in this figure also, this is up milling. So in up milling, what happens? The cutter will rotate in this direction. Okay, so your cutter will rotate in these directions while your workpiece will move in these directions. So both direction is called opposite directions. Okay, this is rotate in clockwise directions while your workpiece will move in the opposite directions of the cutter. So your metal will be removed like this. Here, see your this cutting edge of the tool will remove the metal from here to here. So the chip will be removed in form of metal will be removed in form of chip. While in down milling, what happen? The directions of the cutter. Okay, this is the direction of the cutter, and this is the direction of workpiece. See, here workpiece feed is in left side to right side. Here in down milling, what happen? The workpiece will fed from the right side to left side. Okay, so here the directions is opposite, while in the down milling the directions is the same. Here this cutter will move in these directions and your workpiece will move in the same directions. So it is called down milling or climb milling, and this is called conventional milling and up milling. In conventional milling, what happen? The cutting force, whatever the cutting force are developed, it will try to liften this workpiece. Okay, due to this heavy force, your teeth will go upside. So it is called up milling. Okay, so due to the cutting forces developed by this removal of metal, it will try to lift the workpiece in upward directions. That's why you need to bind your workpiece with a very high strength. Okay, you need to fix your workpiece with a tightened or very high pressure. While in down milling or climb milling, what happens? Due to this downward movement of cutter, it will create downward force on the workpiece. Okay, so you need not to mount your workpiece very tightly on the table, because this cutter itself create a downward force on the workpiece. Okay, because of downward movement of the cutter, here cutting force are developed in these directions because it is downward milling. So cutting forces are developed on workpiece, while in up milling, what happen? Cutting forces are goes on upside, so it will lift, try to lift your workpiece. That's why to overcome this lifting of workpiece, you have to rigidly fix your workpiece with the table. While in down milling, downward force are generated on the workpiece, so you need not to worry about your workpiece, because your workpiece will due to the downward forces, it will fix on the table. You have to fix on the table, but the higher amount of pressure is not required as that required in the conventional or up milling, because cutter itself created downward forces on the workpiece. Okay, so this is some difference between up milling and down milling. Some more difference we will see, because in exam obviously already many times it is asked the difference between up milling and down milling. So please focus on this difference, the difference between up milling and down milling. In up milling, what happens? The cutter rotates against the direction in which the workpiece is being fed. Okay, so here opposite directions of rotor means cutter and workpiece. While in down milling, the cutter rotates in the same directions as that in which the workpiece is being fed. Means the same directions of the rotor or cutter and workpiece. And here up milling, it is a opposite directions. Second difference, it is also known as conventional milling, and downward milling is also known as climb milling. In up milling, job tool motion is in the opposite directions. Okay, so job tool motion is in opposite direction in up milling, while in down milling it is in the same directions. Job and tool motion is in the same direction. In up milling, chip thickness varies from minimum to maximum, and here chip thickness varies from maximum to minimum. Up milling, in up milling what happened? Chip thickness varies from minimum to maximum. See in this figure, from this figure you can easily estimate. Yes, here chip thickness. What happened in up milling? In up milling, your shearing will be start over here. From here, just a minute. Okay, from here. So here from minimum, chip thickness is minimum, and once it is moved from upside, here chip will remove. So here chip thickness is more. Okay, so at initial level chip thickness is minimum, and at the end of cutting chip thickness is maximum. Got it? Here at the initial level of the cutting or shearing, chip thickness is very less, while the end of cutting, okay, here cutting is over because your workpiece is ended over here. So here chip thickness is maximum. So at the initial level chip thickness is minimum, and at the end of cutting chip thickness is maximum. While in downward milling what happens? From here your metal will be removed in form of chip. So here it will start with the maximum cut, and at the end of cut it is minimum. See here chip thickness is minimum over here, and chip thickness is maximum over here. Okay, so at the initial cutting, means from the starting of the cutting, the chip thickness is maximum in the downward milling, and here at the initial level chip thickness is minimum. So this is in up milling, chip thickness varies from minimum to maximum, and in downward milling chip thickness varies from maximum to minimum. So if the chip thickness varies from minimum to maximum, then what happens? Cutting forces vary from 0 to maximum. Okay, so at the initial level chip thickness is minimum, so that cutting forces is 0. Okay, and it will tend to increase at the end of cut, so it is going to maximum, so that cutting forces would be the maximum. So cutting forces vary from 0 to maximum, and here what happen? Chip thickness varies from maximum to minimum. So if the chip thickness is maximum, so obviously cutting forces developed are more, so that cutting forces vary from maximum to 0 or minimum. Okay, because here chip thickness in downward milling varies from maximum to minimum, so cutting forces are varies from maximum to minimum or maximum to 0. Clear? Now surface finish is better in up milling. Here also surface finish is better. It is free from, if it is free from backlash error. If there is a no backlash error, then at that time surface finish would be maximum in downward milling. Then use of cutting fluid is difficult. Why use of cutting fluid is difficult in up milling? Because see in this figure here, once I will apply the cutting fluid over here, so at the time what happens? See, I'm try to show you. Suppose here I am, okay, this is the pipe and this is nozzle. Okay, from here you just apply the cutting fluid over here. Okay, so at that time what happened? Cutting fluid is applying from over here, and your tool will move in this direction. So your cutting fluid will spread it like this. Okay, your cutting fluid will spread it from, because your cutting tool will move in these directions. So your cutting fluid will just spread it like this. Okay, it will spread it outside. So it is very difficult. While in down milling what happen? Suppose this is your pipe and this is your nozzle. Okay, and from this pipe and nozzle your cutting fluid is applied. Okay, here it is inserted, and because of downward movement of cutter, it can be easily entered into the machining. Cutting fluid will easily enter. Okay, so here it is a easy way to for the cutting fluid. Okay, it will not spread it. Cutting fluid will not spread it outside the machining. But here what happened, due to these opposite directions of tool, the cutting fluid will be spreaded in this manner. So it is very difficult.
So, but hello, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, but we can apply the cutting fluid in upward from in downside.
Here, here it is very easy.
In upward
Milling,
direction, sir. In upward
yeah,
milling, sir.
in in upward
We
milling,
can.
if you apply the tool in these directions, in this
Yes,
manner
sir. So
also,
in that direction we can apply the cutting fluid.
just a minute,
So,
I'm just
to,
going to rub this. Okay, now I'm showing you the pipe in different manner. Suppose if you apply the cutting fluid in this manner, got it?
yes,
As
sir.
per
Yes.
okay, so at that time also it is very difficult. From here it is inserted, but ultimately it will spread it over here. Okay, from here due to the very high speed of this tool, cutting tool. So at that time it is again spreaded over here. From here, these are some teeth. So due to this heavy higher speed, due to this teeth, it is spreaded over here. So it is slight difficult than this. If you compare this both the method, then in this up milling it is it is facing some difficulty with compared to this machining. Got it my point? Okay, so see over here, clear?
Yes, sir.
So use of cutting fluid is difficult in up milling, and in down milling what happen, use of cutting fluid is easy comparatively. Okay, next is there is tendency in up milling what happen, there is tendency to lift the job, so more clamping forces are needed to fix the job on the table. As I told you that due to this, just a minute. Okay, as I told you that due to this upward movement of the cutter, it will tend to lift your workpiece. So you need to tighten your workpiece or fix your workpiece rigidly on the table because of upward forces are there. Okay, so there is a tendency to lift the job, so more clamping forces are needed to fix the job on the table. And while in down milling what happens, forces are sufficient on the job because your tool itself create the downward cutting forces on the job, so the job can be fixed on the table because of the downward forces. So here you need not to worry about your clamping. So clamping problem is not so much in downward milling because cutter itself create a downward forces on the workpiece. That's why. Okay, and it is a practicable and it is impracticable process. Clear? Now I'm going to start the milling operations. But if you have any doubt, then please tell me. If you have any doubt, then tell me.
No, sir.